Bounces one left side. Riley's headed home. Barger's throw is there. The tag from Kirk, and he's out. Addison Barger throws home, and they cut down Cal Riley.
Well, the only player you couldn't hit it to that softy and not get a play at the plate. When you're at third base, you're reading the ball to see if that's a ball that they can turn for two, or you force the action at home. And he was forcing the action at home.
2 on, 2 out. Naylor lifts on off the end of the bat to center field. Varsho coming on, puts it away. A missed opportunity for the Mariners. Facing the top hitting team in baseball, which showed every bit of that in the division series. And on the first pitch, George Springer lights the fire. New series, same story for this Blue Jays offense. One pitch in, it's 1-0.
Yeah, that jacket, if it gets a lot of use, it's going to travel. And it's going to travel beyond this series. This one's a little bit of a shock to your system. When you're a starting pitcher on the first pitch, you give up a homer. It's like a quick wake-up call.
With some help from his defense. Turns it up with a fastball to the knees.
That's where he's going to get the called strikeouts, because the ball's down and you train yourself to think.
He's got it. With some help from Ryan Addison, giving him the call on the outside corner. Cal Riley on 2-2, chases a splitter for strike 3. 2 of the first 3 got hits against Gausman, but he's sat down 8 in a row. Couldn't lay off. Strike 3.
Than he has on the year.
Miller's next pitch. Swing and a miss. He climbs the ladder, a 97-mile-an-hour fastball, and Miller a little overdue for his first strikeout tonight. There it is.
Strikes out Santander. Sets it up with the fastballs and then gets him with a splitter. Swing and a miss. He strikes out Springer. Gausman's 2-2. Splitter drops off the table for strike 3. High drive right field. Cal Riley has connected and tied the game in the 6th. It's the big dumper when the Mariners need him most. 62nd of the season, and game 1 of the championship series is tied up.
And his swing is so grooved on pitches in the zone. This is not the worst pitch in the world, at least seeing it live, but man, he is locked in. One bad pitch.
The 1-2 to Polanco in the dirt, and it gets away from Kirk, and up into scoring position goes Rodriguez. So now Polanco, who is the hero on Friday night, could give Seattle its first lead with a 2-out base hit.
Another one spiked, trying to bury this breaking ball. He throws it about 51 feet.
A catch by Kirk. Glove save and a beauty. Go ahead, run at second, 2 gone in the 6th. Polanco rips one to left field, base hit. Rodriguez heads home, and the Mariners have taken the lead. Jorge Polanco, as he did on Friday night, gives Seattle the lead. 2-1 here in game 1. Spires 0-1. Santander to left field. On comes Arozarena to pick it off. Well, he may not be playoff Randy at the plate yet, but making an impact with a glove right here to finish off a 1-2-3 7th inning. Bouncing back, Gabe Spire. Took second in a wild pitch and scored. This ball gets to the backstop as Arozarena dives into second. He was going to have it stolen either way. Randy had more than 30 during the regular season. Gets his first one of the postseason here. There goes Arozarena again, and he's stolen third without the thought of a throw. And now Insurance 90 feet away with 1 gone.
He got an aggressive lead and absolutely took off.
First and third, 1 gone and a 1-run game. Polanco chops it right side and through, and Jorge Polanco has delivered again. 3-1 Seattle, and Polanco has driven in the last 2.
Infield in, and the first baseman holding the bag. It more than likely was going to be a hit either way.
The 0-2 from Munoz. Popped up. The Seattle Mariners retired 23 of the last 24, and in 100 pitches, shut down the Blue Jays in game 1. 3-1 Seattle in their first championship series game in 24 years, pitching the story. Here's his 1-2. Rodriguez hooks one in the air down the line. If it's fair, it's got a chance, and it's gone. Julio Rodriguez Rodriguez with a 3-run shot in the first inning. Totally different story for Trey Savage. In his second postseason start, he gets punched right away. Rodriguez hits it out, and if you start getting that power like they did for a lot of the regular season, pad on his knee, he's going to move the runner up here at least. Close play at first, and it's thrown behind him. Blue Jays on the board. Lucas puts it in play. Naylor's feed was behind Gilbert, and it's 3-1. The best bat-to-ball team in the sport against a not very good defense. Put it in play and reap the benefits. Line drive, right center, 3-2 as the Blue Jays have bounced right back. Kirk drives in Lucas. Toronto's already got more runs in game 2 than they had in 9 innings in game 1. Ball and a strike. Lucas muscles one up the middle, and they've tied it. Springer goes first to third. Lucas knocks in another. Off of the deck and tied up at 3. On a line to center field. Varsho back at first. Comes on, dives, and makes the catch. Oh, man, he saved himself after going the wrong direction with the first step. And the Gold Glove center fielder keeps this a 3-3 game. And there was a wooden bat laying around the house. That's how he got his first accent, with a full-size wooden bat. Dribbled in play, routed to first, in time. Cal Raleigh able to get Clement on that swinging bunt. Beautiful Canadian Thanksgiving. At the top of the order for Seattle, and Randy Arozarena bounces one up the middle. Andres Jimenez throws it away and into the camera well. Arozarena gets second. That ball hits Suarez. John Schneider over there talking with the crew chief Alfonso Marquez.
Toronto is challenging the call that the ball was out of play.
I think they're just trying to determine whether that top step of the dugout is in play or not.
After review, the call is confirmed. The ball was out of play.
Shot to right center field. Varsho on the run. He's at the track. He's at the wall. It's gone! It's Polanco again! Jorge Polanco is owning October for the Mariners. He's given them a 6-3 lead.
When we see this replay, you're going to see one of the prettiest swings to the ball, short and in the zone. You cannot have a huge swing against a velocity fastball like Varland's.
Going to stand, so just a little bit of good fair.
Smothered by Naylor.
A little bit
What
of
a
miscommunication there, I guess, with me and Fonzie.
All right, guys, what a play right there by Josh Naylor. And coming off what we just saw, it looked like he was hurting his last time up there. Fly to center field. Varsho twists around, retreats some more to the wall, and it's off the wall. It kept on flying. Garver does as well. He's at third with a leadoff triple. Wow. They're saying drive the bus, old man. Flips it into left center field. It's down for a base hit to score Rivas. Crawford does what the situation calls for. Puts it in play with 2 strikes and brings him in. 7-3 Seattle.
They're putting the ball in play, getting the runs in when they're out there to be had.
Fly to deep right field. Back goes Lucas at the wall. Goodbye! Third home run of the game for the Mariners, blasting their way through game 2. They lead it 9-3. It's the third hit of the game for Josh Naylor, who has shown all the things that he brings. The bat to ball, the stolen base, and now the power. In a stadium where he went deep when he was a high schooler. Now as a big leaguer, not have great stuff against. Fly to center field. Varsho comes on to make the grab. Here comes Suarez. Throw to the plate from Varsho's cut off after the shoulder surgery that he had in the offseason. He has the weakest throwing arm in the American League. And so a sacrifice fly for J.P. Crawford. Grounded to third. Suarez has it to second. Run to first. 2 to Seattle. 2-0. Who would have thought the Mariners would come in here? You'd figure running out of steam with not much in the tank. They had plenty and have firm control of this championship series. Rodriguez drills a ball to left center field. Headed back there. Goodbye. And it's Rodriguez starting the Mariners once again with another first inning home run.
Well, this home run was center cut, and this young man has had all the talent in the world, and he gets it right out in front. That is extension and out in a hurry.
2-2. Got him with a high fastball, and the bat goes flying. 2 to Canzone. Is swung on and missed. Got him with a curve. Victor Robles with one away. Unable to lay off. Back-to-back Ks as he's had the breaking ball working a little bit better here. Payoff. Got him, and he strikes out the side in the second. Jimenez up. Here's a high fly ball off of the bat of Jimenez that's carrying well. Robles turns and watches it fly. It's the 9-hitter, Andres Jimenez, of all people, giving Toronto the swing that it desperately needed. It's tied at 2.
What moment turns it momentum? And you could look to this homer where you don't see many out of Jimenez in the 9th spot as being one of those moments.
Varsho. He's got a chase, but it's a wild pitch, and the Blue Jays take the lead. Lucas in to score. He overthrows another, and it's 3-2 Toronto. Varsho cranks a high-line drive to right field. Robles watches it hit off the wall. 2 runs will score. Varsho with a double. The Blue Jays offense has come to life. A 5-run third.
Another fastball that is absolutely squared up. So the Toronto Blue Jays
strikes out a Rosarena on 3 pitches. That is 4 Ks in a row and 5 out of the last 6 hitters.
And even though you're dejected down 3.
First pitch swinging. This ball's hit in the air to deep center field, and George Springer gets it over the wall for a home run. His extra base impact continues. 3rd home run of the postseason for Springer, and they've got 6.
Fastball outer third up. He was ready for it.
Well, he's at just 200 in this postseason, but all 6 hits have gone for extra bases. Bieber to Canzone. Bieber wins the battle with a disappearing changeup, and Shane Bieber with 6 strikeouts. Vlad Jr. sends a high drive to deep center field. Rodriguez to the wall, it's gone. First pitch of the 5th. Vlad Jr. launches a solo shot. Single, double, homer. Vlad Jr.'s back. And it is 7-2 Toronto, as they've gone deep 3 times in game 3.
Well, again, slider there at the bad angle that he likes.
Ernie Clement pokes from the right field. That's a base hit. Santander's waved home. Robles throws for the plate. It's cut off. Throw to 3rd. He's out, but the run had scored. Santander had stepped on home, and so it's 8-2 Blue Jays as Clement knocks in another. Raleigh got him with a high fastball, and a roar from Shane Bieber, who has transformed from his first game to this one. Runners at the corners and nobody out. Nathan Lucas bouncing the first pitch to first. Here comes the runner from 3rd, and he'll score with a dive as Lucas is tagged out. Jimenez in to make it 9-2 Jays.
Contact always does something.
Kirk sends a fly ball the other way. Robles retreating to the track, to the wall. It's another home run. Opposite field blast for Alejandro Kirk, and a dozen for the Jays on their 4th bomb of the night. What a roller coaster of ups and downs for this Jays offense.
He may be only 5'8", but he's strong.
3rd of the postseason for Kirk.
Swing and a miss. He got him. He strikes out Rodriguez on a cutter over the middle, and even the mistakes are going well for Shane Bieber tonight.
Over to first. Backhand by Vlad Jr. and 6 innings from Shane Bieber with 8 Ks silencing this Seattle offense. Here's a high drive off of the bat of a Rosarena that will leave the yard. Rosarena's got his first home run of the postseason. And the Mariners is something to hang their hat on. Their leadoff hitter, who they hope can catch fire, has a shot.
And see that little thing right there that he clicked and felt? You never know. It might get him going.
They had 27 during the regular season, which was a career high, but he has looked off. Raleigh sends a drive down the line towards the pole. Goodbye. Rosarena and Raleigh go back-to-back. Raleigh's 3rd of the postseason.
Ooh,
what an effort.
Close.
Lucas getting up there. So it's 12-4. 7 home runs in this game between the two teams combined.
Who said you can't hit homers in this ballpark?
Right? Team record. Oh, baby!
There's the
100% chance. Google nailed it.
Did they?
Barger goes deep. His first home run of the postseason. And it's 13-4. Barger, he does it in his hometown. He was born here in Seattle. Blue Jays offense silent the first 2 games, but it all gets turned upside down. The Blue Jays punch right back and take game 3 convincingly.
Impressive, especially after the start. Down 2-0 quick in a crowd that's going crazy. Impressive team battle back by the Toronto Blue Jays.
Luis Castillo will take it for the Mariners tomorrow. And that man is heated back up. Vlad Guerrero Jr., 4 hits of his career. His 1-2 to Jorge Polanco. Bounced up the middle, could be 2. There's 1 and a toss to first, a double play. Here's a high fly ball, deep center field. Varsho to the track, Varsho to the wall. It's gone! Josh Naylor goes deep, and the Mariners are on the board first.
Well, left it up, and it was a question of whether or not this man was going to rob it. And just outside the glove. And another good start here at home for Seattle.
With a tying run at second, nobody out. The 8th pitch, a high line drive to right field. Canzone's going back. It's gone again. It's Jimenez out of the 9th spot, sparking the Jays for the 2nd night in a row. Lightning strikes twice. A jolt from an unlikely source. 2-1 Toronto. Taken for ball 4, he's walked in a run, and it's 3-1 Blue Jays.
That's the tough spot about bringing in a guy with the bases loaded, not room for error, and you're hoping that he's going to be on right away.
Here comes the 1-2. Raleigh tries to lay off, but he went around strike 3. Kiner left is in scoring position. Springer's up. Yanked to left field. That's headed for the corner. Extra bases for George Springer. Kiner is in to score, and it's 4-1 Jays.
Make it look simple.
Get him on, get him over, get him in.
He's got a great slider against right-handed batters.
In the dirt right here, Springer comes home, and it's 5-1. Everything going Toronto's way. 1-2 to Rodriguez. Breaking ball and a beauty. That looks like the old Scherzer breaking ball.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him on a curve. Pitch was in the dirt. Kirk applies the tag, and it's 2 strikeouts for Scherzer in a scoreless bottom of the 4th.
Scherzer in a stare down right here with John Schneider as he comes out with a Rosarena coming up. Scherzer 1 out away from qualifying for his first win in the postseason in 6 years. And he sends him back to the dugout.
Scherzer kicks and fires. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Ball in the dirt, blocked by Kirk. Rosarena not running. Kirk keeping an eye on him, and the out signal made by Alfonso Marquez as Rosarena gives himself up. 5 innings of 1-run ball. Vintage Max Scherzer in Seattle sends us to the 6th inning.
Schneider rolling with him into the 6th. And he strikes out Rodriguez on another breaking pitch. All 5 of his Ks have come on spin. John Schneider's out there to make a change. Max Scherzer 5 2/3. What a night. Yeah, and the Mariners building something here with 2 gone. Punches a base hit the other way. Polanco heads for the plate. Barger's got a cannon. His throw goes to 3rd in time, but the run scores.
Wow, you cannot get thrown out at 3rd there.
Addison Barger, one of the strongest arms in baseball. He averages 96 miles per hour with his throws from the outfield. He cuts down Naylor at 3rd, but a 2-out base hit from Suarez brings in Polanco to make it 5-2. Guerrero drives the ball the other way. Canzone's going back. He's at the wall. It's gone! Vlad Jr. strikes again with his 5th home run of the postseason. Toronto takes the run right back. That's what he does when he's at his best. Hits it hard the other way.
Yeah, he doesn't do too much, and that's what makes him such an elite hitter. And if you try to pull this pitch, it's an out.
Sapped by injuries this year. Up the middle he goes. He's knocked in another. Shaw retreated. Now he's going to head for the plate. Here comes the throw from Rodriguez. It's not in time. 2-run single for Andres Jimenez, and he's knocked in 4 of Toronto's 8. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Canzone. Here it comes. That is strike 3. And this best of 7 has become a best of 3. The road team reigning supreme. The Blue Jays winning games 3 and 4 in Seattle after dropping the 2 in Toronto. What a bounce back.
His team relies on all 9 guys. I've never seen a lineup do as many things consistently as they do. They played well in the first game.
A fastball is elevated and cut on and miss. 98 for Miller, feeling froggy. Fires 2-2. Sticks with it. Popped up. Suarez down the line. Rosarena comes on, and Suarez catches it twice. Little double catch there for the second out of the first inning.
He had to cover a lot of ground. This is a great play.
The 1-2 to Kirk. Got him to chase a sweeper. That thing moved a mile. Swings and misses. Best splitter yet. The league 1 for 17 against that pitch in the postseason. First inning. Clement swats it up the middle, but Rivas is there. Leo Rivas.
Great play.
Swing and a miss. He got him with a splitter. Ball baby. Got the one to crush. And did. Eugenio Suarez makes it 1-0 Seattle. Gausman put it on a tee. Suarez did not miss. 51st of the year.
And that is a pitch selection they're going to want back, because he threw this right down the middle. But he had been missing a lot of pitches with some pop-ups and swing and miss. And he threw a fastball for the first time since we've been watching Gausman middle.
8th pitch comes home. Rivas goes down swinging. He finished him off with the splitter. To first, cut by Naylor. Back to second, double play. Seattle writing a different story in Game 5.
I believe it was the splitter that he threw, and he hung it. And that's supposed to freeze when you see a line drive, but that's a tough one to freeze on when you think about a ball being pulled to that side. And a great for Seattle.
Wow. Splitter dives under the swing, strike 3. Sticks with it and finishes off Polanco. Back-to-back strikeout
for Seattle.
Sanchez down swinging, got him with a splitter.
Fires. Swinging, it's rattled foul on top of the plate. It's a fair ball, a step and a throw over to first base, and they got it. Wow! What on earth? How on earth did that happen? Cal Raleigh fielded, he stepped on home, and he threw to first base, and they got the double play. That was absolutely bananas. It's a 2-3 bases loaded double play.
He launches a fly ball to left center field. It's carrying well. Rodriguez watches it hit off the wall and watches the scoreboard change to 1-1. 3 batters after Bryce Miller leaves the game. George Springer doubles home the tying run against Matt Brash.
The 3-2. Swing and a miss! He just blew his doors off at 97 miles an hour. A pair of handcuffs from Brash to Guerrero. He struck him out, and he strands a pair.
Swatted to right center field, base hit for Clement. Kirk, the slowest runner in the big leagues. He's going to get there. The throw from Canzone was not close. And Toronto's taken the lead. Alejandro Kirk leads off the inning with a double. Scores on a go-ahead hit from Ernie Clement.
Surprised by this throw. I thought he had plenty of time to get it ready, and he just had it fading towards third base. Kirk was giving everything he had right there.
Got away from him and hit him right on the kneecap. That sounded terrible.
Yeah, this one just races in and catches him right on the top of the kneecap. As you're right. I mean, that is sound alone.
Vlad Jr. the MVP in terms of production, but when you add everything in, what this guy's meant as a leader, as a spark at the top of the lineup, you could make a good argument that this is their most valuable guy. John Schneider was just talking to us today about how it's been the best of both worlds with George. You know, got the veteran experience. He's played in 75 postseason games, but also that he's like a kid. Has so much fun down there, and everybody feeds off of that. Everybody else can kind of fall into place and just do their job because they know they got George. There's a somber mood over this moment. George Springer limps off of the field after getting hit on the knee by a Brian Wu fastball. Bouncing ball. Ooh, pounces on it, flips it over to first to get Kirk. And on the top of the 7th inning, the 2-1. Lifted down the left field line. Towards the corner it goes. Lucas is over there, and it's just foul. Man, oh man. Threatened to hit that foul pole. Let's see how much that missed by. Dan Wilson's not convinced that it did.
It's all on the field with foul ball. We have a crew chief review for a potential home run.
It's just foul. Wow. Over the fence, but wide of the pole by about a foot. Thankfully, I'm a lip reader, and I'm sure a lot of you are too. It's foul ball. Here's a high fly ball off of the bat of Ernie Clement. Back goes Arozarena onto the track at the wall. He's got it. Arozarena with a leap in front of the fence, and a tip of the cap from Clement. It stays 2-1. A little bit close. 2 outs in the 8th inning. Here's a high fly ball, deep left field. Did he get enough? He did! Big dumper! Biggest swing! Game 5 tie! He dumps 64 over the left field wall and ties Game 5.
This is the highest home run I've seen live, and there was still doubt that this was going to be robbed. And you called it, is it enough? And it was barely enough.
They've been waiting forever. Another 2-2. That's another fastball. It's driven the other way. It's got a touch. It's a grand slam. Seattle is shaking. The Mariners lead Game 5, 6-2. Second home run of the game for Eugenio Suarez is an opposite field grand slam.
Just can't believe they went with a fastball. That pitch selection right there will allow him to have a chance to do what he did, and boy, oh boy, did he deliver.
Up the middle, Crawford, so close they can taste it. The Mariners take a Game 5 thriller, the 1 win from the World Series. Eugenio Suarez came into this game 6 for his last 50. Connects on a solo home run in the 2nd inning, and the biggest of his 52 home runs this year, a grand slam to win the game in the 8th.
What is a monumental moment? Swing and a miss, strike 3. On a slider, Savage gets Raleigh first.
So far, so good. 4 up, 4 down.
Yeah, well, they're going to have their hands full with tonight. If they keep getting to 2 strikes with this guy's wipeout secondary stuff.
Home with another 1-2 on a swing and a miss. And he's got 4 strikeouts or 3 strikeouts over the first 5 hitters.
That's just a high delivery, high release point, and just hard for the hitter to trust that that's not going to be a fastball.
Pulled, strike 3. 94 at the knees. Savage punches out the Mariners.
Mullen 2-2 on Barger. Goes up to get it, bangs a base hit to right. Blue Jays on the board first. It's a 2nd inning burst, and it's 1-0 Toronto as Barger drives in Varsho. 1st and 3rd, nobody out. Here's a 1-2 pitch. Puts this one in play. Suarez has no play, and it's 2-0. Jays doing what the Jays do. Infield hit, Kiner Falefa.
The 2nd, swing and a miss, strike 3. 5 Ks already for Trey Savage. 1 out in the top of the 3rd. He got him on a splitter.
Bases loaded in a 2-0 game. See what he goes with first pitch. It is grounded to first. Vlad will go to 2nd for 1. To a covering to Savage 2. A 3-6-1 twin killing. And the 22-year-old gets Cal Raleigh on 1 pitch to get out of this inning unscathed. 3rd, 2 out. Lifts one in the air, right center field. It is gone. Bases empty, 2 outs. 3 pitches later, 2 runs are in.
You literally could draw a line down the middle of the plate and put a coffee can in the center of it, and that's where most of those pitches that catch that part of the plate are not being missed by the Toronto Blue Jays.
Bases are loaded for the Mariners with 1 out in a 2nd straight inning.
To 2nd on a short hop. 4-6-3. Double play again. There it was. He pulled it to the right side. And for the 2nd consecutive inning, the Mariners come away empty-handed.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. 6 Ks for Trey Savage. He's 1-on-1 out the pitch. On the ground is short. Jimenez to a knee. Throws to second one. IKF to first. Double play. 3 innings in a row.
Here's 1-1 to Guerrero. Is whacked to left field. Forget about it. Gone. Vladimir Guerrero Jr.'s 6th home run of the postseason makes it 5-0 Toronto. And it's the Blue Jays offense coming to life again. 2 home runs in this game and 5 runs through 5 innings. What an October this has been for the franchise face, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Twin killer. He got him. Struck him out on a splitter.
Here he comes to Josh Naylor with a high fly ball to deep right field. There goes the shutout. Naylor goes very deep and makes it 5-1. The Mississauga kid, for the 2nd time in this series, goes deep at Rogers Center, and it's 5-1.
First pitch, off speed, hanger, and he just gets the barrel out, and he knows it.
You think?
But again, with 2 outs here, attack, and if you can't get him out attacking, then he will come out to get you.
Shot to right, down the line. It's a fair ball. Up against the sidewall. Suarez falls. Here comes a throw home. It's up the line. Rosarena scores from first. Suarez settles for a single, but he's made it a 5-2 game.
Cal Raleigh, Jorge Polanco, and Josh Naylor in this 8th. Swing and a miss. Hoffman strikes out Raleigh, who goes to 0 for 4. He elevated at 95. Now Jorge Polanco with 1 out. Hoffman's 8th pitch to Polanco. He got him. 1 around on a pitch in the dirt. He punched his ticket on a splitter. 2 down in the top of the 8th inning.
An RBI single.
But the biggest thing is he's got momentum on his side. Slider working, pinpoint command.
Pop up, buckle up for Game 7 tomorrow night. All the twists and the turns of this series, the highs and the lows, the nitpicking has led to a Game 7 to decide an American League champion.
17 innings tomorrow.
Let's go.
That's all Seattle knows how to play in chaos games.
That's true. They've certainly been here before, winning Game 5 a little more than a week ago against Tarek Skubal and the Detroit Tigers in 15. Ground, and there's a hit to snap the skid into the corner. Extra bases for Julio Rodriguez to start Game 7, and there is your first star making an impact.
There's a moment, and you know the guy that's coming to the plate, he's beat up, tired, he's hit some homers, but what he's got on his mind is drive him in. He might give up a run or 2, but it's not the end of the world.
Ground ball right side past Guerrero. Here comes Rodriguez. Barger has a cannon, but the throw is late, and Seattle is on the board in the 1st inning of Game 7. He's not going. Here's a bouncing ball left side. Cut off by Clement. The 3rd baseman hits the runner. They get the out at 2nd, but they won't get a double play. Wow.
Well, they teach you to make the guy get down. You throw right at him. And he turned his back and actually kind of jumped. So
the entire umpiring crew getting together here. They are going to say that he did go out of his way, and it's an interference on Naylor. So a double play finishes off the inning. On the 8th pitch, Kirk swings and fouls it into the glove. Strike 3. Dalton Varsho climbing in. Varsho grounds 1 through into center field. Springer chugs for the plate and ties the game. Both teams with a 1st inning run. Varsho knocks in Springer. The bottom 5 in Toronto's order in the wins in this series, hitting .383. 18 runs batted in. And now a 2-2 pitch. And a high drive to left center field. Lucas on the run. That ball's gone. Julio Rodriguez, in the biggest game of his life, is delivering. Doubles and scores in the 1st, homers in the 3rd, and it's 2-1 Seattle.
There is the hanger, and he didn't miss it.
2nd time that he's homered against Bieber in this series.
A little bit.
It ain't personal. He does strike out Lucas, and so faces Guerrero with the bases empty here. Varsho's down on strikes with that high fastball. Farland fires. Cal hits a high fly ball, deep right field. It is gone. Raleigh joins Rodriguez, delivering in Game 7. The 2 biggest stars for the Mariners showing up when it matters most.
Seattle knows it. The rest of the country is about to find out. on the year he had and the amount of innings he's catching, and just the man, it's not that easy. It's not that easy.
Woos 1-1. Bouncing ball to short, could be two. Crawford running throw, double play. There it was, and they'll face Guerrero to begin the 6th. Seattle 3, Toronto 1. Counting outs, 12 of them from the World Series. Top of the order for the Blue Jays. George Springer at the plate.
He's in a position to tie the game up and possibly send this Blue Jays crowd into a frenzy.
High fly ball, left field. Arozarena watches it go. George Springer has his Jose Bautista moment. This one deeper into the playoffs. This one could send him to the World Series.
I set him a little short. It's beyond frenzy in here.
Rivas starting the 9th. And he's down on strikes. Hoffman flames a fastball by him, 1 away in the 9th. 2-2 pitch. 2 gone in the 9th. And the Toronto Blue Jays, the payoff. He has struck him out! And for the first time in 32